Hi, welcome to Now What. I started this channel to really answer the question that I have been fascinated with since I was old enough to think, which is now what? Um, I am coming to you live in the time of coronavirus, and probably now more than ever, I find myself and my clients are asking the question, now what? It's the second question they ask. The first one is what now? And the second is really now what? Now what do I do? So, as an organizational psychologist, this is something I've been fascinated with for my whole professional career and really probably since I was a kid. I remember asking my siblings, what are you guys going to do when you grow up? And I remember one of them said to me, what do you mean? And I said, what do you mean? What do you mean? There has to be now what? What's next? What's next? I remember asking my mother, what's going to happen now? Now what do we do? Now what do we do? And the poor woman, I probably drove her a little bit crazy, but it's something I've been really consistently obsessed with for a long time. My background as an organizational psychologist has certainly helped me answer the question some of the time, but not all of the time. And I think what's been the most interesting thing for me on this whole journey that's still ongoing um, is that I found that my clients who are from across the globe have had many of the same questions that I have had. And you really do learn by teaching people. And so I've had to think on my feet and adapt and answer questions that I had no idea what the answers were. Um, so I think a little bit of background about me. Again, I'm Stacy Shively. I come from the Midwest in the United States. I grew up in Kansas City, Kansas. I left Kansas when I was about 17 or 18 to go to university and pursue, higher education. So my professional education, I guess my formal education, I went to Hawaii for a number of years for my undergraduate, and then I went off to New York City to study at Columbia, where I did my master's and my doctoral work. I also lived in Boston. I taught at Harvard at the Kennedy School of Government, and I was a research associate at Harvard Business School. So I had a lot of schooling and a lot of experiences, but not much life experience. What I was interested early on and am still interested in is how do we consistently get ourselves to the next level? What are the practical things that we can do to stay ahead of complexity? And also, what are the things that we do that get in our way? And how do we overcome them? So that's what this place is for. It's a resource for you to provide you mind candy, practical advice that comes from research, real research, but also, people like you who have asked me questions in my consulting programs, in my coaching, in my executive development, and over the past 20 plus years of my professional career as an organizational psychologist. Um, um, yeah. So right now, my inner dialogue is, okay, now what? Well, this is what I want to bring to you guys. And I've told my clients this for many years because it works for me. When you don't know what to do and you're asking yourself the question, now what? The first thing you have to do is connect with yourself. And I hope for this space is a place for you and I and whoever wants to accompany us on this journey to answer that question. First, how do you connect with yourself when you don't have the time, energy, bandwidth, or mental ability to connect with yourself, or the patience, frankly? And then what do you do? So, I look forward to this journey. I will tell you more about some of my background as we move along through this. But I think probably the most important thing I could say to you is I think this is going to be an interesting journey. I think it's a never-ending journey. I think it's a very fascinating, rewarding journey. And the more we learn and the more we stay curious, I think the better we become as human beings, the better connected we are. The whole purpose for me doing this is I had a professor tell me once that leadership was really about helping people confront and deal with problems so that they could get work done and improve the human condition. And whether it's your own human condition or that of your friends, your family, your community, your company, we are all here to make a difference. And I have had the opportunity to make a difference, or feel like I've made a difference for many of my clients over the past 20 plus years. I have had many mentors who have made a difference in my life. So this is my way of trying to give back and connect with you as an expression of my gratitude and my profound love of the field of what it means to be human and how to consistently, I guess, be better. So I look forward to the journey with you, and I look forward to our next session. To quote a good friend and colleague of mine named Stephanie Kuth in Belgium, until next time.